Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the UL Monroe Warhawks and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Reese Davis State, Holly Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
History was made in Starkville, Mississippi. Bulldogs of Mississippi State is the second oldest Division I-A campus football stadium, opened in 1914 as Scott Field. The cowbells are clanging every time you visit Starkville, Mississippi. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Warhawks kicker headed to the football. The crowd eager, and off we go. The start of a new season. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Mississippi State's offense will go to work first. Bluff Bothwell, he has become a key piece of this offense.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level. They can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns them. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, number one job for this defense, man, try to make him play in a phone booth, right? Like, don't let him get out in space and get matchups like on a linebacker. Not a good matchup from you. You will lose that.
Snags it on the right. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Bulldogs moving quickly to the line.
And this offense talked about coming into the game, creating those explosive plays, being great on third down. Check, check. Both of those plays happen on the first drive, and they come through already in a great rhythm to start this football game.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Let's take just a minute and talk about Mississippi State. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hotter.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job, the pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start, try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
On third and short. Taylor wants to throw. Got his man. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Line gets set. First down. Now give it to Fluff. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. You just hope this turns out not to be too serious. First quarter, game one. It's tough to take an injury this early. The Bulldogs line it up with a first and goal. They'll move the tight end. He'll keep it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays, and on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find some.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
So the Warhawks offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here's a freshman that, despite not being highly recruited, has burst onto the scene. What a surprise he's been in this camp to win a starting spot in the season opener. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Maybe some room here. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. First carry of the season for this transfer. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They feed him again. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Off play action. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Warhawks line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Heels to punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And that's such an underrated skill when you watch quarterbacks, man. To be able to see him, he sees the receiver breaking from the right side of the field, but you got to be able to read the coverage in front, and that's really good timing, getting the ball out of your hands, knowing when he's going to come open, and putting the ball right on it.
It's complete to the left. Finding some room. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And that's why this guy is so dangerous. He's an explosive play just waiting to happen, and it doesn't have to come just handing the football off. That was a simple check-down throw, but he got it to him in space, and all of a sudden he does the rest, right? He's able to see the field. He's making people miss. He's got tremendous contact balance and speed. They get an explosive play in the passing game on a simple check-down throw to the running back.
They'll run play action. They get to him, and now they'll face a 3rd and long. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Taylor wants to throw it. A little screen to the running back. They put the brakes on him at the 21-yard line, short of the line to gain, and now field goal or go for it on fourth. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Warhawks offense onto the field to go on the attack. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Jamison.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Back to pass. Makes the catch. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. And the Warhawks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
The short hands, it's Johnson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Mississippi State. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty.
949, rock star. 949.
Taylor wants to throw. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long.
Here we go. Ready. Hot, 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 hot.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now the looking to fire. Set up the screen for Williams. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes the grab over the middle. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be 4th down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. Got a man in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
Can't hang on, it's incomplete, and you can't worry about the footsteps when you're running those crossing routes. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll give it to Flock. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Pulls it and fires to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Taylor wants to throw it. Dances away. He'll pull it down. Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And he had an opportunity there to make something out of nothing, but things just got sideways and the ball came free.
I just like the effort on defense, okay? They couldn't get to the quarterback initially in the pocket. He starts scrambling, and they don't quit. You saw all of the effort of everybody pursuing the QB, catching up to him, and then creating the fumble. Awesome job.
He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Punts it out of the air. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Complete. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the 1st down. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield on first down. Sends it downfield. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at LSU taking on the Clemson Tigers. And it's the Tigers trying to win the home opener. They've got the lead midway through the first half. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings. Now back to your game in Starkville. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis-Wade Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here.
Number 8, set to kick it off.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Complete in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Here's a little room there. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. The Warhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. Right back to the well. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. 4 wide out set, 2 by 2 on 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. And the Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up. He'll try to get to the marker himself. That defense was a wall, and I think this first down. I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. He'll pitch it. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The give on the counter. Might have a chance. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Quick release by the QB. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Quarterback keep. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Taylor wants to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. That just drives you crazy as an offense to get down there, get that first and goal, and you got to back up and make it a little harder. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, the defense basically played that one perfectly, right? Against the RPO, they did a nice job staying back, hanging, watching the quarterback's eyes, and taking away any throw. And when he decided to try to keep the football and scramble to his left, they were all over him. Great job defensively, playing together as one unit on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Trying play action. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. It's third and goal and third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbells ringing on this third down in Starkville. Now the play fake. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Warhawks will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
fires to the wideout. Oh, he can't hang on. Those arms might have favored an alligator there, and it'll be third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. On the run, still looking. Got the first himself. And the Bulldogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Bulldog! Oh, that may be in, and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And he makes the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Walker. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. UL Monroe has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The play-action fake. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Here comes the offense on first down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job.
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Takes it the other way. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Oh, they're after him. He's going to run it. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got a man. It's Johnson.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Red pass, it's complete. There he goes. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. These corners going to give them some space. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Tries again to get it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the punishment has been extended. extended.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he made the extra point without problem. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air on first down. Quick completion on the out. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Fires to the big fella. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. The Warhawks have it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He wants it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
As disappointing as this is, everything's still in front of this team. I mean, think back to 1983 Miami. Got blown out in the opener but won the national championship.
You're absolutely right, Reese. Lots to play for here. And there's no doubt when you watch this team, they've got the talent to get it done. They got to execute better. They got to iron out some of these mistakes we saw here on the field today. But I think if this is a team, if they stay healthy throughout the course of the year, David, they've got a lot to play for this season.
Goodness gracious, I guess I'm the only one that caught the 1983 reference. I know you two guys were alive. I wasn't even alive.